Welcome viewers. This is Susan Muita, your health advisor with the True Living Show coming via Sky Cable TV. We are continuing on our series of type 2 diabetes, although in between we'll still talk about type 1 and gestational and also prediabetes. But mostly what we're going to emphasize on most is what I've just told you, type 2 diabetes, and a part of it, because we'll talk more of bringing the sugar down. What did we talk about? What did we say about high blood sugar? High blood sugar, we call it hyperglycemia. So as you can see on my table here, I have the glucometer. The glucometer is the machine which, you check your blood sugar and it gives you the number. So if you feel like your blood sugar is high, or you have like your doctor has recommended that when you have those signs and symptoms of high blood sugar, which we had talked previously, you are supposed to check, because most people who are diabetic, they know when it's getting high, or most of them how they know about it is because sometimes they take food which has high sugar. When you take a glass full of sugar, like previously we had talked of bringing the sugar up, some people, because they are diabetic, and when you are diabetic, it's like your cells, or you crave for sugary things, you crave for processed carbs. Your body loves those things which you are not supposed to take. So that's how you end up getting high blood sugar. So even if you don't feel like your sugar is high, you already know, or you're guilty of taking cakes, you're guilty of taking glucose, you take food which is high in sugar. Like, I have a friend of mine, sometimes she tells me, I took a whole bowl of white rice, and after 2 hours I usually feel like I want to sleep. Because of what you indulge with. So you obviously, when you are diabetic, and especially those people who have bad diabetes, they know, and that's how they go checking their blood sugar. And it's a good practice when you know that, or you feel, or you suspect, or you guess you have high blood sugar. It's always good to check. So here is the machine to check the blood sugar. So this one is called glucometer, and then you insert this on it to check, and that's a whole packet of it. It's usually sold, or you're given like this. You have a pen where you put the needle. You put the needles comes like this one. It's called lancets. That's the needle. So you put it inside here, and then you have the strips. So the strip is this one, because it's what enters there. And then you're supposed to clean your finger. Maybe I can demonstrate on how you do it. You're supposed to clean your finger, because most of the time you check your blood sugar on the tips of your finger. So you clean up like that one. You clean it nicely. You can do on all of them. You can do on all of them, and it's always good to rotate, because if you keep on doing one, you'll damage it. You can you get bruised. So you usually rotate on many of them. So you are supposed to clean nicely like that. And because this is alcohol, and those people who don't have the alcohol pads, because this you can buy from your chemist or your pharmacy, those who don't have it, they have the other alcohol you buy on the chemist, the bottle one. You can have a cotton ball and dip it on it and clean it and give it like a minute or to dry up, and then you get the pen. This is the one with the needle inside, and then you prick it there, and then you get blood, and you're supposed to clean the first drop because it might be contaminated. It's the first one. Then the second drop is when you press it, and then you check on it. And then it will read for you the number there, and that the number it's the one your sugar is. And there are other types of you can be checked on different ways. You can go to the hospital or to a clinic. They can also draw blood straight the way the blood is drawn and check. There is another one called A1C. It's usually done like on like every 6 months, and that will be the first one to determine whether you're diabetic or not. But when you do it at home, if the numbers, even if you've never been diagnosed with diabetes and you suspect you might have, you can also check that one at home and see the numbers. If they are way off, then you can go consult your doctor, and then they can do the other one, and they can determine for you if you're diabetic or not, or if you're pre-diabetic or not. So let's get back here. So previous episode we were talking on how to bring your sugar up. Then this episode we're gonna talk on how to bring your sugar down, because high blood sugar is not good. When you have high blood sugar, you spoil your inner organs, which some of the inner organs are the liver, the kidney, the heart too, the brain too, many organs of your body. We all know about inner organs. So that's why when the sugar is high, you have to bring it down to be on the normal range. There is no perfect number for blood sugar, but there is a normal range. And we repeat it again and again and say the normal range for blood sugar is before you eat anything in the morning. Let's say you had your dinner last night, and in between, when you slept and you woke up, you did not eat anything, and then you check your sugar. So the range should be between 80 and 140. If it goes beyond 140, there is a problem there. Then if you eat food, then after 2 hours you check your sugar. Your sugar should range between 80 and 180. If it goes beyond that, there is a problem. You start getting high blood sugar. And then when it reaches 200, 250, then it's going up. When you hear somebody has a sugar of 300, 350, and then 500, oh, that's a very high blood sugar. And this machine, for this one, I know it reads up to 600. So when the machine, when it's very high, it goes beyond 600. There are those machines, it goes to 500. This one goes to 600. If it's above 600, it will read high. So that high, we don't know is as high as what number. So when it's that high, you have to do something. You have to bring that sugar down. How you can do it, if you are diabetic and you have insulin ordered by the doctors, if you have a sliding scale, or if you have insulin to bring it down, then you have to bring it down. And also you have to go see the doctor, or you have to go to the hospital when already the machine is saying high, because we don't know this high is up to 1200 or it's 800. When it goes beyond 600, we can't tell. So, and you can get it can go so high that you get ketoacidosis. That's another term used when the sugar is crazy or too high. So you have to know what to do. So the simplest thing you can do, first of all, when your sugar is very high, or when it's above 250, 300. So first of all, don't drink anything with sugar at all. Drink a glass of water. Drink a glass of water, and then you can use what you're supposed to use. You can use whatever medications. So let's get on to type 2 diabetes, and we're also going to talk about type 1. So let's get here on our chart here. We see there are different types of medications which you take to help you, to be lowering your blood sugar. They are taken with, they are ordered by the doctor and you're given. So some of them is like type 2 diabetes. So you have the alpha glucoside inhibitors. Some of the names are Precoz and Gilset. And then we have biganides. Those ones, most of them we know, the glucophage, they are ordered by the doctor. They are those people who it's ordered, they take one in the morning and one in the evening, depending on the milligram. Most of the glucophage, they come into, dosages of 500, others 250, and then 1,000. So your doctor can tell you take glucophage 500 milligram in the morning and another 500 in the evening. Or the doctor can say take 1,000 milligram once a day, or take 1,000 in the morning. It depends on what the doctor orders. So that's another type of medications which they are to help you bring your sugar down. Some people, they might have them, and yet maybe the doctor doesn't tell them to be checking sugar. So those ones, it means their diabetes can be managed that way. Maybe once in a while when they go to the doctor, he checks them, but maybe not on a daily basis. The other people, they have it, and they are told check your sugar once a day. Then there are other medications like safonellas. There are many types of that. There are different types. They are like the gripizide. Most people knows about that one. And then there are DPP-4 inhibitors, different drugs like Junivia. The doctor can order that. And then there are others. They are taken, maybe most of them. This one, glucagon-like peptide, 1 receptor agonist medications. Most of them, they are fairly new in the market, although like Trucity, maybe it has been there maybe like around 5 years. But most of them, Victoza or Ozempic, but most of these ones, they are even medication. They are like insulin. They are in liquid form, and you inject yourself once a week or twice a week. So they are also good. So it depends on what your doctor orders for you, how you do it. And then we'll talk more of the insulins. So we'll just get these ones out, and then I'll show you the types of insulins that you take. So what I would like you to know is when you have type 1 diabetes, and as we had said before, type 1 diabetes is you are born with it. Your insulin does, your pancreas does not produce any insulin. You are either born with it or you found it at a very young age, and that one you don't use the medication which we just went talking about, the tablets, the hypoglycemic medications. So type 1 diabetes, you only manage it with insulin. But type 2 you can even manage it with the diet, with the medication we just talked about. And also if it gets worse, depending on its stage, you also use the insulins like type 1. So the insulins, these ones which are here, I just talked to you about. So they normally treat type 1. That's a must, because type 1, there is nothing else. You cannot manage it with the pills. It's only the insulin, because that way your pancreas is not producing any insulin at all. And then type 2, you can have a combination of the pills or the medication we just talked about, and then with this. So we'll just go on. I'll be telling you about. So most this medication, the insulin, we have short-acting insulin. So and it's like the regular insulin, which is made up of humulin and novolin. And then there is rapid-acting insulin, which we all know about, Aspalate. Another name of it is Novolog and Humalog. And here I have one, the Novolog. It mostly looks like that, or with an orange label there. And like this one, if I read for you, the person who was prescribed this one, it says 7 units before breakfast and dinner. Also, if you check your blood sugar and it's 400, give an additional 7 units. So this person usually takes 7 units every morning with breakfast and dinner time. But at those times, they have to be checked their blood sugar. If it's more than 400, then you add the 7 units. So that's rapid-acting insulin. And then we have intermediate-acting insulin, Humulin, Novolin N, and Humulin N. Then we also have other medications, which they are long-acting insulins. Mostly those ones is either you take once a day or twice a day, every 12 hours, or once in 24 hours. Most of them, they are called Tresiba. You have seen most commercials nowadays with them. We have Revemir, we have Lantus, we have Tourgel. And I have an example of Lantus here. So this is Lantus. And how you do it, you just open it. So let's say you are told to take 10 units. You take, it's a pen. It's very safe to use. Even the needle you use, so you use this one. So you take a needle. It's already pre-made. It's a needle, so you open it. This is a small needle, which you do subcutaneous. That's where you inject it. So you first of all, because you might have used it yesterday or a different day and you don't want any infection, so you usually clean it up with an alcohol pad like that. Then you open up and then put it up like that, and then set the numbers. It's easy, But previously, as I had told you, most of the people, when they are diabetic, especially when you're type 1, and some people, they don't see well. Most of the patients don't see well because this disease has messed up their eyes, have messed up their skin. So when you're diabetic, if you have a family member who is diabetic, show them or make sure that the number they were told is, let's say they were told 18 units, they put exactly 18 units. You can even pre-fill for them, and then they will inject themselves with it. So other insulins, there's combinations of long acting and short acting. They're here, Novolog Mix 730. So there are all these. Then there's Humalog Mix 75/25 insulin Rispro. It's a mixture of short acting and long acting, and they are all to treat type 1, and they also treat type 2 diabetes. And as I had shown you one of this, the Novolog one, this one, so you use with a needle here. I'll show you the needle you use with. You can prepare a needle. So let's say you are getting like 15 units, you get onto here, then you open it. Because it's the first time I open it, I don't have to clean with alcohol because it's already clean. So I'll just get the needle like that, open it, open here, and let's say it's 10 units. You put air, and then you go there and inject, put the air inside and come out with 10 units. You have to make sure it's exactly 10 as it's ordered, or the way your diabetes doctor said. Then you can inject it. You can inject it to a person, the way they said, so that the sugar can go down. So, and you have to dispose the insulin. You have to dispose them well. On the next episode, I'll show you how to do an injection, where it is done, and how to dispose, the items here. And for now, this is Susan Muita with True Living Show. Don't forget to subscribe. Press likes button, and then you can comment there or help us do it better. And don't forget to watch this show on Sky Cable TV every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern African Time and 12 noon Eastern Time. Thank you so much, and goodbye.